I had to remind him that he is a black man, so he can't vote for Donald Trump. How do you look at a black person and tell them what they can or cannot do because of the color of their skin and not realize that you are the racist? But I just saw a news headline that Chelsea Handler, who used to date 50 Cent, I guess had one of her very many emotional breakdowns on the internet when she found out that 50 Cent said that he did not want to vote for Joe Biden because of his tax plan. All right, I've already covered for you why what 50 Cent is saying makes perfect sense. Unfortunately, people don't understand that 50 Cent does not need to vote according to his skin color. He needs to vote according to his brain cells in terms of what is going to help him. Chelsea Handler just said, and I quote, she went on to Jimmy Fallon a couple of nights ago, presumably last night, and she said, I quote, I had to remind him that he is a black man, so he can't vote for Donald Trump.
You heard about my ex-boyfriend, right? 50 Cent and his support of Donald Trump.
Yeah, what's going on between you? I saw your tweets and I go, wait, what's happening? Because you said he was your favorite ex-boyfriend and then what does he do? He's supporting Trump?
He says he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes, which, by the way, isn't a plan of Joe Biden's. That's a lie.
Number one, we have the greatest income inequity in the history of the United States of America since 1902. And the fact of the matter is, there is plenty of money to go around. The first thing I would do as president was eliminate the president's tax cut.
So he doesn't want to pay 62% of taxes because he doesn't want to go from being 50 cent to 20 cent. And I had to remind him that he was a black person, so he can't vote for Donald Trump, and that he shouldn't be influencing an entire swath of people who may listen to him because he's worried about his own personal pocketbook. So I haven't heard back from him yet, but I am willing to, seal the deal in more ways than one if he changes his mind and publicly denounces Donald Trump. I might be willing to go for another spin, if you know what I'm talking about.
If you are watching this video and you do not understand how racist that sentence is.
These white liberals are some of the most racist people in the United States of America. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They are racist. Chelsea Handler, who used to date 50 Cent, y'all know 50 Cent came out and said, I'm not paying the government 62% in taxes. I'm not doing that. So I'm going for the Trumpster. Chelsea Handler, who is his ex-girlfriend, I think he dated her. I don't know if he was just, I think they were in a legitimate relationship. I don't know how it ended. They weren't married. Y'all up there shacking. So anyway, she want to come out on a TV show, and I'm going to show you the video, and pretty much say, 50 Cent, let me tell you what you should do because you black. Since you black, I can tell you how to vote. How dare you step out of the chains of oppression and mental slavery to think for yourself?
I had to remind him that he is a black man, so he can't vote for Donald Trump. How do you look at a black person and tell them what they can or cannot do because of the color of their skin and not realize that you are the racist? I'm asking a serious question, and I'm asking this, open this up to the liberals, open up people that don't like me, don't follow my work, don't understand what it is we are talking about as black conservatives. How can you hear a sentence where you say to a black person, as a white person, that you are not allowed to do this because you're black, and not realize that you are speaking like a segregationist, like a slave plantation owner, like a racist, like the racist that we have studied and learned about in school, when black Americans were not allowed to do certain things in American society because of the color of their skin. One of them being voting. Black Americans at a certain point did not have the right to vote until after the Civil War because of the color of their skin. If you are a liberal and you think that you are fighting for black rights, and yet you get angry every time a black person tells you that after thinking and coming to their own free decision, they have decided that they want to vote for someone that you disagree with, and your impulsive decision is to tell them you are a black person and therefore you are not allowed to do it, you're a racist. I know, crazy, right? Because you guys have just been thinking that you're not the racist and you've been going around calling everybody a racist. And then you sit here and you tell Black Americans what they can and cannot do because they're Black. Wake up. Maybe if you start with this Chelsea Handler quotation, you might realize why so many conservatives think that liberals are the real racists. You don't realize that you look at Black Americans, you look at our skin color, and you think that you can automatically assign a bunch of characteristics and a bunch of actions to us based on the color of our skin. That is the literal definition of racism, right? So if you think all Black people are oppressed, and a Black person tells you, I'm not oppressed, and you get angry, that's because you're a racist and you think all Black people are the same. So if you think that me being Black means that I'm having the same experience as, let's say, Malia Obama or Sasha Obama, who grew up in incredibly privileged circumstances, it's because you're a racist. That's it. It's that simple. You're a racist. If you can't understand why all Black people don't think alike, and you get angry when a Black person doesn't think the way you think they're supposed to think, it's not because you care about Black people. It's because you're a racist and you're a narcissist and you really think that Black people exist to make you feel good about yourself. So, if you're out there and you're pounding your fists and you're saying Black Lives Matter and Black people need to be heard, and then somebody shares a Candace Owens video and you go, oh, not that kind of Black person, then you don't actually care about what Black people think or what experiences Black people are having, and you don't want Black people to have voices. You just want Black people to echo what you think so you can look cool in front of your white friends who you want to call a racist. That's what racism is. Using Black people as props to get the world to echo what you think. It's a little bit of racism mixed with a little bit of narcissism to equal a modern day white liberal. So, for all of you guys who love cancel culture, who love looking for racism even where it doesn't exist, you can take your little racism looking selves, okay, at every pocket of the world and direct it to Chelsea Handler. If you're looking to cancel someone today, maybe someone who said, I had to tell him, remind him that he's a Black person and therefore he's not allowed to, would be a good place to start. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Bye.